What's up, my friends? First off, I just want to say thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me, for watching these videos, hitting the like button, and subscribing. This channel is closing in on 3,000 subscribers. My mind is blown. Now, here's the deal. My personal life, I'm getting wrecked for about a week. I really have been. I've been sick. I've been sleeping upright in a chair, no longer in 2-hour stretches, just coughing all night. It's been the worst. It's been tough here at the family life because of it. It's made it difficult to be dad, be husband. Got a lot going on. We're preparing a house for a lot of different changes. We have the exterior being totally renovated since last Thursday. So my life is in chaos, it feels. And I'm losing right now. You know, like daily I'm taking fat L's and I'm just getting bogged down. And I think that's now coming through in my gambling life. So I went 20-4 before all of this, right? And then it all started Thursday, last Friday. And I got sick, and then everything started to have this trickle effect. And what happens? 4 videos in a row, pick of the day, they all miss. So 20-4 went from 20-4 to 20-8, and I've just had a rough week. But you have all continued to tune in, to continue to like the video, support me with comments, sharing it with friends, and I thank you immensely. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for helping me grow here on YouTube, and I wanted to lead off with that. While I am struggling, I at least want to give you solid information so that you can make your own decisions. And that's what I'm going to do for you today. Rather than do a pick of the day, I need some reprieve. I need some pressure off my shoulders. Like I said, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with life, and I'm struggling with my gambling this week. So here we go. Let's get after it. All right, first guy I want to talk about, I'm showing him right here, Jason Tatum. So let me blow the screen up. He's hit the over in rebounds in 9 out of the last 10 games. DK Sportsbook has him at -130. FanDuel -138. PrizePicks 8.5. You type in Tatum, and bam, he's right there. This is one I'll look into a little bit more later. I want to look at, Phoenix. I'm nervous a little bit. I'm going to say that. I'm nervous a little bit about blowout today. It's a 10-point home spread for Boston. Phoenix just not playing great basketball. Boston, 30-point differential at halftime, 33-point differential last game against the Nets. Could happen again tonight. If it does, I think a lot of props hit the under. And if you look at Vegas right now, they are just begging you to take overs. They have like CP3 8.5. Mikal Bridges, you saw right here, again, was another one. Mikal Bridges has hit the over 9 out of the last 10 games in both his assists and his points props. And you can see that when you're looking at the last 10. Look at that, 9 out of 10 for assists, 8 out of 10 for points props. And so they set the line there, and they make it nice looking. You're like, wow, okay, I want both overs. Well, what else is new? We're all going to want the overs, right? Look at this. Look at this list. Is this not Vegas trying to dupe us? Look at all these players from Boston and Phoenix that are 8 or more times have hit the overs. They set this lineup on purpose, man. Mikal Bridges, Jason Tatum, Mikal Bridges, Al Horford, Derek White, all these guys. Al Horford again, Bridges, Tatum. They want you to take the overs, and I want to take them too. I'm telling you that now. I want to take them too because the lines are so darn low and their hit rates are so darn high. And, no Marcus Smart. There's no Landry Shamet. There's no Cameron Johnson. There's no Devin Booker. There's minutes to be had, and this is why this is happening. But if we have a 30-point blowout again, this ain't happening. So tread lightly. Be careful. I wanted to highlight that today. I think it's food for thought. PrizePicks is right there with them. I mean, you can get Jason Tatum PRA is 39.5 on DK. It's 40.5 on FanDuel. It's still 39.5 on PrizePicks, right? Al Horford over 2.5 assists was, I think, -132 earlier. He's hit that in, I can't remember the stat was 18 out of 21 without Smart last 2 seasons. Like, they want you to take the overs. I'm going to take the over on a few of them. Tatum's one of them, over 8.5 rebounds. I think you can get there even in a blowout. He did last game. He had 9 against the Nets in a blowout. So give me Tatum over 8.5. Whoa, I have to edit out a coughing fit. Trae Young over 9.5 assists. So here's the deal. Juiced everywhere, right? Caesars -131 looks like. Bet365 is -130. So those are like the best odds you can get. It's kind of getting to that area where I get uncomfortable playing anything higher in this range. So, you can take them. You can take them still. I think it's fine in there. But you're identifying a play that likely here, using Odds Jam, is going to be bumping on PrizePicks. So I think you could probably just go Tatum and Trae and have yourself like a nice solid plus EV power play to start. because I think both Tatum will get bumped to 9 and Trey will get bumped to 10 at some point today. And I think even if just one of them does, it's still a plus EV power play here because, you're getting them at an earlier line when they're going to bump. The books are all saying over, like all of them. So I do like that parlay a little bit. Not entirely sure if that's what I want to be posting right now, but again, I told you I just wanted to highlight some data points and some picks that I'm going to be looking into or potentially playing today. Hopefully this is helpful, okay? So I'm going to do something real quick with the plus EV tool. You guys can do this as well. I'm going to do less than -129, and I'm going to go to the DK price and do the same thing, less than -129. And again, if you like this, please reply in the comments and say, this is a dope format. I'm happy with just like an AM board preview, especially with PrizePicks giving us so many props to start our day over the last 2-3 days. They're no longer doing that slow trickle. They're dumping the board early in the morning. So if you're like, yeah, Mitch, I'll instead of like one pick per day, play of the day, I'll just take an AM board preview. I can do this for you daily. All right, so here's a bunch of lines here. And you can see Clint Capella over 10.5 rebounds, -145 on DK, -136 on FanDuel. Same prop line here on PrizePicks. You go over here, you can see, okay, last 10 games, he's hit the over in just 3 of them. But who's he playing today? Utah. Okay, Utah's been getting pounded by opposing centers. He's going to match up against Walker Kessler. Capella is actually a player that I have a bet on today that I posted in Discord, and I will go ahead and talk about this one right now. Clint Capella over 23.5 points and rebounds. So when my man gets 23, 22-ish minutes, that's all he needs. He hits the over more often than he does not. Played 26 minutes against Utah in the first game earlier this year. Had, I think, gone 7 of 13 shooting, scored 15 points, and had 19 or 18 rebounds. These numbers are stuff I looked up earlier this morning. 18 or 19 rebounds. It was a great game for my guy. I think he's going to hit the over today for points and rebounds. I saw some books having his PRA at like 24.5, somewhere in there, 23.5 juiced. He only hits the assist line. When he does get his assist, he only gets 1 for the most part. He's only had 2 or more, I think, in like 5 or 6 games this year. So it's not worth taking the extra value added to the prop. So I'm just going points and rebounds. I think he hits the over here. I was hoping Mason Plumlee would drop here. I really like Mason Plumlee today against Detroit, hemorrhaging points and rebounds to center. So when that one drops, pay attention to where that line is. If it's like 24.5, I love the over. 25.5, I think I start thinking about it for a parlay. For a single, I think it's all right. But I don't know if that's the play for a parlay. It's not really going to be a plus EV parlay at that point, because I'm sure at 25.5, you're looking at like -105, -110. It looks like all the other heavily juiced lines have been adjusted. Dame was at 7.5 for the over, and he's been adjusted to 8 assists. You're probably looking at this saying, oh, Mitch, what about Markelle Fultz? What about Fred VanVleet? I'm not on Fultz as much today at the assist prop. I've been on that a lot lately, but not tonight. And another assist prop from that game I posted in Discord. I'm going to leave that there. Fred VanVleet, I'm on his points more tonight than I am his assists. We've seen point guards absolutely shred Houston this year in scoring, and Fred VanVleet is on fire scoring the orange. But his prop today, when I looked at it, was at 21.5. I think it's certainly in play, but I don't know if that's maybe. I think at that point I start looking at his 3-pointers, right? Over 3.5 is probably really high plus odds, plus 125, plus 130. And I think that might be more value than taking over 21.5, like -115 or -120, whatever it is. So that's something I would think about as well. Not entirely sure that's something I feel comfortable taking. The over 7.5 assists, that's a high assist prop. Yeah, he's hit the over 4 times in a row, but I just think it's a scoring day for him if it's a big day at all. Just scrolling down through this list, see if there's anything kind of pops off the screen, something I want to talk about to help you guys out through your day. Let me minimize this a little bit for my own sanity here. I was looking to see what Edwards' rebounds would be. If this goes down to like 5.5, I take the over. I like that. 6, I don't want it. I don't want the push factor. Same with Torrey Craig. If he drops to 4.5, surprisingly, I go over there. He's hit the over a ton with Devin Booker out at 4.5, but at 5, he pushes a lot. So no thank you. Siakam has hit 7 or more, I think, in like 80% of his games this year. It's up there. But again, do we want to take the push factor? I don't think we need to. It's 6.5, -150 on the books right now. So we kind of lose our value. once they bump it. Assists, I mean, man, did they make the, again, they're trying to sucker us in, I feel like. Again, 9 out of the last 10 games, Bridges hit the over. CP3 8.5 is always alluring. Tatum 4.5 alluring, but man, that game is just scary for me right now. D'Lo 5.5 assists is somebody I can get on board with. When he plays 25 plus minutes, I was looking this one up earlier. He hits the over in 65% of the time. He had 6 assists against Orlando last time. That's potentially in play for an over as well. Clarkson 3.5 assists was one I was kind of looking at. Rebounds and assists had a few plays today that I was intrigued. Of course, again, Tatum at 13.5. One of them was Joel Embiid. I'll probably circle back to that, do some more research on this. Maybe an under on Franz Wagner, who I don't think can get there today because I don't know if he's going to get the assist he needs. Siakam, I know, does much better on the road with his rebounds and assists. We had this one, I think, his last game against Sacramento, and he had 18 rebounds and assists. I think I'm probably going to be on this again later. I got to dig in more, though. I just do. It's too early. I saw in the books this morning it was like minus 110, so maybe not the best pick for prize picks, but I do like Siakam in general for sports books. Let's actually take a peek. Take a pick. Pardon me. So I'm going to find them. I'm just doing this live. I don't care. I'll edit this. No, I'm not even going to edit it. You get what I get. Rebounds, assists. Oh, minus 106. So, that's a play I love for sports books, but I'm not entirely sure it's going to be a great pick for prize picks. Again, I just really want the plus EV. Let's see where this is. Can we find 11.5, like minus 115 or so? Let me go to rebounds. Again, you'll see rebounds is incredibly juiced because I was already looking at that one. All right, so you can see 6.5. Wow, I mean, PointsBet, if you have that, minus 135, I think is a fine option. But if you don't want the juice, honestly, we could just take the 12.5 rebounds and assists. I mean, he's had 7+ rebounds in 77% of the games this year. I think they're going to win. He's hit the over in 80% of the time for wins. 80% of the time when he's away. There's just a lot to like out of this prop at 6.5, but it really is juiced. And listen, again, I think we can get some value out of taking the rebounds and assists instead. Yeah, okay, so that FanDuel line, actually, minus 106 was the best one. I like that a lot. So I'm actually going to post this one in Discord as an official play. I like this very much. So we're going Pascal Siakam. I'm going to put my notes inside Discord. All right, so we're going Pascal Siakam. I'm going to put my notes inside Discord. I pop over to Discord. I've got all my channels, my picks channel set up, right? So I go to NBA betting, at Donuts Picks, confidence, medium high. Put the sports book I wanted on, FanDuel. All right. Rebounds prop is juiced to the over. Rebound has hit in 77% of games. Assists prop juiced to over at 4.5 or moved to 5.5. Assists, 80% hit rate in away games. Same for games where Toronto wins. Last but not least, most importantly, he's on the court forever, averaging just under 40 minutes per game. Last 10 games, 39.7 average. And then, bam, there we go. Siakam over 12.5 rebounds, assists. There we go. And that's how we do it. And I post a pick, and then my members can see my picks and tail them, whatever they want to do. Now you see how it works. You had a live preview. I'm very tired today. I'm doing the best I can. I hope this was helpful. I really do. If you like today's video, and it's kind of like, just a little preview of how things work here, how I do things, by all means, you guys can leave some feedback. And I would love the feedback. I'm going to share that one in Discord for Prize Picks channel. And please do me a huge favor and just leave a like, drop a comment, and I will see you inside. Okay? Have a good day, my friends.